No, I mean, seriously, man, I do enjoy the new year, though, because it does bring a fresh,
new opportunity, new
new
freshness,
opportunities and stuff, man.
Nikki B in the booth.
They want the boot.
Yes, Happy New Year's, guys. What do you guys? You guys got resolutions? I mean, mine's just like trying to get like healthy, trying to get financially stable. Very simple. I'm doing dry January. Trying to kickstart things.
Dry January.
Yeah, it's like a thing. It's a basic thing. Like basic people do it. But I'm gonna be basic to start the new year.
I'm listening.
I'm humbling myself to be basic.
Dry January consists of
no alcohol throughout January. None. Now, I don't drink really that much. I drink kind of socially.
Yeah.
But still, been probably drinking socially a little too much during the holidays. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, going to do a little dry January to start the new year.
You're going to get skinny?
I need to get skinny again. It's time for Skinny Nick to return. Usually, there's like an 8-month, period of Fat Nick to Skinny Nick. I'm sort of like Mac from, Always Sunny. I need to get Skinny Nick needs to return for a little while. So, yeah, we're going to do some Skinny Nick, and we're going to, try to make that money, get that bread, son. But that's the only bread because, Skinny Nick.
Because I can't have carbs. So, yeah, that's the bread. No, man, it was a huge weekend. I mean, honestly, since we were here, a lot of people did a lot of great things. And not in vain. Not everybody's was in vain. Some people made some great plays in vain. And a loss. But still, you don't want to take away, don't want to take away from fake. When you call it great fake punts and stuff, and I'm not taking away from it. I want to be clear. I'm not saying that at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Okay. It was fun though. It was fun being on the phone with you.
Nikki, how could they do this to me?
Dude, that was a wild finish.
How could they do this to me?
Dude, they're just receivers. Oh, you're not talking about the transfer portal.
How could these referees do this? You can do this to me?
What? Training day.
Yeah.
What, their jobs? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I commend the officials for being so brave.
8150.
The word hero gets thrown around a lot.
Texters, 38 31 93 9.
But those officials were heroes.
Legit.
On Saturday night.
Or did Detroit get screwed? Callers, 8150.
Again, I don't like using the word hero. I don't like using the word hero.
Do you know, Nikki?
But for them to have the nerve to be heroic and say no.
What are those books, Choose Your Own Adventure books?
Oh, yeah. Those are fun.
You talk about the butterfly effect. Marcus Maben just had the worst butterfly effect. Do you know, Steve? I just watched my baby on Saturday night throw a 30-yard pass.
Great play.
We're talking Lamar Jackson, perfect passer rating.
Right.
And Jalen Reeves-Maben.
Bang, right under it.
The top two quarterback passing ratings of the weekend.
Great throw, too.
Were Lamar Jackson and Jalen Reeves-Maben.
Dropped it on a dime, dude. You'd almost think he played quarterback for it.
Oh, my God. Do you know how legendary the ripple effect of Jalen Reeves-Maben's career legacy is, Steve? If that fake punch leads to a win of the Detroit Lions in Jerry World.
And honestly, if Dan Campbell hadn't tried to run some tricky thing and try to trick the officials, and borderline illegal.
Steve.
Those
refs got downgraded.
He had two other chances.
Did you know the refs got downgraded?
Well, that's what happens when people stand up for their rights. Go back and look at great movies. Go back and look at heroes. They killed William Wallace because he wanted freedom. Okay? So I'm sorry. Those refs, I mean,
they stood up for the rights of
they
the Cowboys.
stood up for the right. No, yeah, well, you know what? Yes, and
They stood up for the rights of the Cowboys,
and they did the best they could. You know what? They did the best they could, and I'm proud of them.
You should have went with that angle, Steve.
I'm proud of them.
Just do they're doing the best they. And listen,
I feel like heroes more.
The referees can make mistakes.
They're human beings. Dan, you think you could do the job?
You know, Dan Campbell told them before the game, this is exactly what we're gonna do.
You know, that's why you don't. You know what? Just play smash mouth football.
Nikki, he told the officials before the game.
Offensive lineman catching passes, anyways. I mean, that's not football. You're killing the game.
You went 81 yards, 74 yards, or 81 yards, whatever one.
And Mike McCarthy even called a timeout when you didn't have one, so you could talk it over.
1 minute and 41 seconds on the clock. And I watched my quarterback, Jared Goff, drive it through the teeth of the Cowboys and that daunting defense and get it right to the goal line.
The entire text line.
Score it.
The entire text line is saying that the call was right.
I don't believe that.
That's not one text saying that. But you know what? Hey, I'm the one behind the mic right now. It's narrative of the mind.
And now a throw downfield. Whoa. They convert. The fake punt. And it's Dorsey with the catch. Jalen Reeves Maben for the first down. Unbelievable. Not only inside the 50, but inside the 30. He calls the fake punt, and it's executed perfectly.
Listen, now let me say this. It was really fun, all jokes aside, being on the phone with Marcus when that throw happened. Because
how excited were you?
Can you imagine?
Scale 1 to 10.
Let me tell you. Steve. Because first and foremost, it was.
This is behind the scenes as you can get people.
First and foremost, as a friend, it was really, really cool to be on the phone with him while that happens. Like, it's such a big play. It's your son. He's already had a lot of FaceTime. Like, I mean, I did enjoy that moment as a whole. Okay, that was really cool. I couldn't even hate during that. Like, I waited till later to hate. It was like, I'm not even gonna hate during this moment. That's really dope. Even though, like, you know, you're aggravated, but I really wasn't aggravated because when you're really friends with somebody, like, you want to see them succeed.
Yeah,
you know,
the positive outweighed the negative, right?
So when that happens, it's like, all right, that's dope. But then when I'll go back and listen to it, how funny it is. So Jalen's faked 2 punts this year, right? The opener against KC, right? On opening night, gets it. Great call. Fakes the punt, gets it. He faked another one on Thanksgiving Day, right?
Yep.
Didn't get it.
He got stuffed.
So 2 of the biggest, most probably, and I don't mean this as shade, most watched Lions games of the year. Probably the opener, probably Thanksgiving. Okay? He fakes a punt both times. Now you're getting to a Saturday night game. Nothing else on. Like, I'm ready. I'd be interested to see what the ratings are for that Detroit-Dallas game. Because whether you hate Dallas or whatever, Dallas brings the ratings, man. And then when you got a franchise like Detroit, that's good.
You want to see if it's real.
And a lot of people, again, not shade, but a lot of people probably hasn't watched a ton of the Lions. So he fakes a punt again. Well, here's the thing. Marcus probably thought, like I thought, like everybody thought, in the moment, Nick, let me tell you how this went. Jalen gets this snap and takes off. I could hear Dad thought, he's running the ball. He's ruined it. Like,
mortified.
He snapped it.
Mortified.
He called the fake. It's not there. So now he's just run. Now you've got this poor linebacker out here just running for his life. Like, this is going to end terribly.
This is going to end his career.
Yeah, like Dallas is about to sack, or Dallas is about to get him 5 yards behind the line, and like
on his own 29-yard line with a loss of 4 or 5.
I was gonna say, what was it? 4th and what? Like, so
fourth and 2.
Yeah.
From their own 29.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So
their own 29.
To immediately now, I'm about a second and a half ahead of Marcus at this point, because he was ahead of me, and then I flipped channels and to try to get close, and I was about a second. I can tell by his reactions. So to hear the expletive that is coming out of his mouth, and then to hear the immediate when Jalen pulls up and throws that football, like the immediate, it went from I hate my son to oh my God, the nervousness of he's throwing the ball, because that can go bad too. I mean, if 100%. He throws that ball and it's a terrible throw, you might as well got sacked.
He's throwing it on the run.
Yeah, right. Now, he's in motion.
Now listen, Jalen's an all-time quarterback down in Tennessee high school football, but
he hasn't thrown a meaningful pass in 10 years.
And his arm is probably 5 times as big as it was when the last time he was throwing a meaningful pass.
Good point.
I mean, you could see that. And he's got gloves on.
And he got gloves on.
Yeah, so like you can see it's a different, he wasn't Peyton Manning. Let's just put it that way. Like, it was like, okay. But then to hear the immediate joy, it was like the moment, just how it went from, oh my God, he's ruined his career. Oh my God, the ball's in the air, which I imagine to Marcus and felt like an hour, to, oh my God, he just completed the pass. And I mean, it was like
the ultimate no, yes.
It was the perfect, like I was so happy that we were on the phone during that time and I got to do that. It's like, oh man.
In the brain, they say like before death, your whole life flashes. Like I had already went on social media. I had already idiot Jalen Reeves-Maybin, the idiot Dan Campbell, cut him. I already did the press conference. It wasn't my call. Dan Campbell just said, I didn't call that. Just Jalen, that's I had already had the consolation conversation. Hey, son, you gave it a good run, good 6-year career. Couldn't ask for anything, but I had already just patted him on the head and gave him a hug, and so what we're gonna do now, and like I had already lived out the rest. When he tucked that ball,
he was running. It was like Jalen decided to run a sweep.
He's running a jet sweep, Nikki.
In Dallas on Saturday night.
You'll never ever play again, son. You're done.
But also don't shortchange him, because he had a really good game. It wasn't just that.
Yeah, he played.
I mean, he had
like pretty much all third down.
He was in there a lot.
Yeah, if third down between 3rd and 3.
I mean, is it ironic that Dallas had their best third down game of the year? I don't know. I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying the two correlate.
It's CeeDee Lamb.
He was stupid. Actually, you know what? Jalen, I would never say nothing bad about Jalen, but I will say he needs to talk to his friend Cam Sutton and be like, hey, man, if we can't have you guarding somebody one-on-one, then you're going to have to go somewhere else.
That CeeDee Lamb Dak connection was on point.
And CD, whether all jokes aside, I mean, he's elite, man.
Yeah.
He's elite.
Yeah. He literally just took down Michael Irvin's all-time record.
Yeah. He's elite.
So. So Nikki, like I said, his career ended right in front of my eyes, right? And I was just like, yes, it's over. But it was a good run.
Yeah, right.
And that, like I said, and it was a nice spiral too.
It was. I just watched the video of it. That was, that was.
You hadn't seen it.
No.
Oh, okay.
I saw Steve's tweet about it, but I hadn't seen the actual play yet.
Yeah. Of course, I put stank on it on the tweet. Like Marcus was not. That was a fun moment that we enjoyed together.
Oh my God!
Because at that point it becomes bigger than football.
So,
right.
Right.
Awesome. It's awesome.
And at the end of that play, you know what I said? He might have just bought himself another year.
Yeah, he might just make it again.
So you went from so long farewell to cha-ching.
Yeah, like I mean, right? Like
this little fart might just play another year. How about that?
I mean, listen, that's a Pro Bowler, right?
Of special teams, yeah.
He has to be
100%
Pro Bowler, right?
Absolutely. I mean, he's arguably outside of kickers and punters.
Yeah.
Okay, because Aubrey this dude's unbelievable. Which he's inevitably. I saw the worst thing I've ever seen yesterday. Fear went down my spine. Have you saw the updated playoff bracket? Cowboys are 2 seed.
Mm-hmm.
You know who the 7 seed is? The Packers. I was like, Jesus God,
you should love that.
No,
Exercise those demons.
no. And this has Aubrey missing a game-winning kick written all over it. Guy ain't missed a kick all year. Ain't missed a kick all year. Okay.
Why are you even saying that? Why are you putting
that?
that energy
Oh, no.
out,
Oh,
man?
I don't. Oh, you don't have to worry about me because God knows every time he lines up, the announcers are like, he hasn't missed a kick all year.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Shut up. But outside of kickers and punters, he's probably the best special teams player in the NFL. Jalen.
I think he's leading.
I mean, I really think he might be the
tackles
best. Yeah.
Really?
in the NFL.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Like he legit might be the best special teams player in the league.
In the entire NFL. I think he's lead. I really legitimately think he's leading the NFL in special teams tackles. And if that's the case, you got to give him another year.
And I'm not saying he's not better than the kickers. They're just two totally different things. I'm not counting them. But yeah, I mean, yeah.
So I'm like, he may mess around in Pro Bowl or
should be. I can't fathom he's not. Honestly, even what's in Pro Bowl like flag now?
I think so.
So,
but I don't want him out there.
No, you don't need to play that.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Go down there and do a little skills challenge. Look, we'll go down there. We'll go down to Orlando because it's in Orlando.
I was gonna say this may be the year. Listen, every year, like right after the season, they go on vacation or something. Dad, you want to go? You know, blah blah blah. Yeah. And I was like, no, I'm good. Right. And so,
do you know how happy I'd be? I'd cry if you went to Disney with me, dude. I'd cry. I think I'd cry. I think when I come around the corner, I think if I come around the corner and I was looking at the castle with Marcus, I think I'd cry.
Listen, I might just surprise and say, "Yep, I'm going." Just book bag it up.
If you said I'm going to Orlando, son, I would go to the airport that day and just be like, "Hey, I need a ticket." You got anything to Orlando? Hey,
listen, a book bag, my computer.
Hey, can we switch gears real quick?
Yeah, I'm listening.
To Lamar.
Yeah,
is that okay?
Yeah. I've irritated everybody long enough with my.
No. Listen,
with my sons.
Well, I mean, and I mean, chill out now. This isn't about Jalen. Dallas won the game, and Dallas now 2 seed.
Did they?
It's about
because
Dallas.
It doesn't feel like they won.
It does. When I look at their,
it doesn't feel like they really won.
When they were a 5 seed the other day, and now they're a 2. It does feel like they won.
Honestly,
I could care less. I mean, it's like, whatever.
If that's gonna get Jalen another year of football,
and
I could care less.
And honestly, I think you're going to get your chance again because I think that exact game is going to be played in 3 weeks.
Campbell said it. He said, "Look, we're gonna see those guys again."
Yeah. You know what?
Fair enough.
Make sure you don't get copyrighted.
Wait, does this? Oh, yeah, mute. Sorry.
I don't know.
About basketball. After we get done with this, we're inevitably going to transfer portal talk. So I hate to bust your bubble there, but if you want to hear Kenny Payne, we could always replay Kenny Payne.
I was about to say it was 7 minutes. We could play 7 minutes of Kenny Payne.
Hey, So hold on, Texter. We'll make sure we get that for you
right at the end of the show.
Since you're dying to hear him, so we'll get him out there. You can hear it right from the horse's mouth.
We'll get him at the end of the show, and we'll leave early.
yeah, perfect. Lamar has just ran away with the MVP.
Was he quarterbacky enough? I don't know if that was quarterbacky enough.
Okay, I'm going to get myself in trouble on the air, maybe. How is she not taking more flack for that? How was that not? Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. Say it. You tell me to stop. Okay, how is she not taking more racist flack for that comment? Because you know dang well what quarterbacky means. Okay.
Sounds about white.
White dude gets killed.
Yeah.
White guy gets killed for that.
White man says that on the air. He's done.
He's done.
Done. Yeah. And probably should be. I mean, listen, like we have our little fun here where I'm like, oh, I like a white quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like in our local show where people know me.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, listened to us.
Yeah,
banter for enough
but
years.
for her to just be able to say that, and it's just like, well, it's a punchline. Like,
Is she Spanish though?
As I say, I think she's a Latin woman.
Oh well, never mind.
I know.
Well, yeah, you know what I'm saying. I mean, I'm not being jerks to you guys. I'm just like, oh well, I guess then whatever. I guess we can say whatever we want.
If you're asking for an explanation, I would say she's gonna hide. She is gonna hide behind a y'all are women in me, women in sports me to death, or I'm a minority, so I didn't mean that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just like,
to me, that's just something you can't say. And you just got away with saying it. But anyways, we'll drop that there. But it was gosh,
that was irritating though.
It was.
That was irritating.
It was.
I will say
because you're like, dude, and actually, I commend Lamar on just really not responding,
not even acknowledging it. Yep.
Like he responded when who was it? Who was Mike Florio said something about the Ravens were going to get killed.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. The Dolphins are going to, or the Niners are going to beat the crap out of them.
Yeah.
I commend Lamar on just not responding to this one. Like, dude,
wasn't worth it. Juice weren't worth the
I'm not
squeeze.
doing that.
Yeah, because it's like, what does he do?
Do you know Lamar had the first perfect passer rating this weekend since he did it last time a few years ago?
You see that list?
I didn't realize he was the last one to do it.
You see the list that had 3 perfect passer ratings? Players with 3 perfect passer ratings.
No, I didn't.
Lamar has 3. Peyton Manning has 3. Tom Brady has 3. And I think Texas is one other person with 3 perfect passer rating games. Texas, give me that last one. Yeah, but point being,
that's a heck of a list.
Yeah, that's the list.
Pretty tall cotton.
3 perfect passer ratings. And yeah, like I say, what do you do at this point if you're Lamar? Like And, I'm not gonna let you clickbait me into a social media battle.
Yeah,
it's like y'all can take over that.
Yeah, but kudos to Lamar, man. I mean, he's run away. I mean, the MVP. It's not even a what if.
And I'll say this. I just didn't think there was anything he could do to capture the. You know how you and I talked about it. After you win the Heisman, it's like. You know what you would have to do to win that again? Like you have better numbers and still not get it because they're just, narrative and, shiny new toys syndrome.
I mean,
do you know what the odds are?
Kurt Warner,
wasn't it like, you go ahead and say it, but it wasn't.
DraftKings. I'm on DraftKings right now. Minus 20,000.
I thought it was 20,000.
Minus 20,000 for Lamar.
I didn't want to say it, and then you'd be like, no. Dude, it's like 2,500. I'm like,
okay, Ben Roethlisberger. Okay,
your boy Dak is second, plus 1,800.
Yeah, I mean, truthfully, if Dak and now I'll take my cowboy glasses off a little bit. If Dak for some reason they look for a reason not to reward Lamar. If Dak hadn't blown those games against Miami and Buffalo, I think he would have probably won it.
Mm-hmm.
I think they would have been like, give it to Dak. Mm-hmm. But I mean, to me, there's no. Because Dak is playing good ball as much as I hate him, and stuff. But it's like Lamar's he's the man. Now, with that comes pressure. You are the 1 seed.
Yeah.
As silly as this sounds to say,
yep.
Anything less than a Super Bowl berth is going to be a failure for the Ravens this year.
Yeah.
As good as they are. And again,
it's
unfortunate.
I'll say Super Bowl win.
Probably
to a sports person, that's ridiculous.
Well, but yes, but to the TV, the social media train. But I do think for me now,
and I watched it, man. He's if you watched, oh god, he's getting better and better. And remember how mad we were when we were like, y'all realize he's the youngest to do all this stuff. Oh, you act like he'll never get better. We were saying that 3 years ago.
Do you know he hasn't had a rushing touchdown since October?
I did not know that.
It's crazy. Now, I did hear Blankenbaker say something this morning, or Blankenbaker or Drew might have said it, but I do agree with them. It's like somebody.
Yeah.
All right.
That's been going on.
Yeah, there's some sort of construction going on. It's a pain in the ass. I gotta be honest.
It said you watch them unleash him a little bit in the playoff, like kind of say, okay, now we're gonna do a little more.
The
here.
no tomorrow kind of situation.
For me, even as a sports person, he can't lose in the divisional round. He's got to make the NFC or the AFC title. Like, you don't have to, but you really.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Now, if you get beaten in the AFC title, then they're going to kill you on there. But I'm like, whatever, man. For me, I'm like, okay, you get there. It's, but yeah, man. But I think they can win it, man. I mean, and here's the thing. Even back in October, Vegas had.
Do you feel like more teams can win it this year than normal?
No. No, because it's like in the NFC, for instance, you want to say, oh, it's wide open. Philly ain't going to the Super Bowl. You watch them down the stretch. There's 3 teams in the NFL, or the NFC, that even have a shot at making the Super Bowl. It's Detroit, it's Dallas, it's San Fran. And it's probably San Fran, probably a couple steps ahead of both of Dallas and Detroit. Okay. When you look at the AFC, I mean, it feels quote unquote more wide open, but I don't think it is. I mean, when you look at it, when you say, nah, man, I mean, Baltimore's pretty clearly better than everybody. Miami doesn't look great all of a sudden. I mean, the Chiefs, I mean,
they lost Bradley Chubb too.
They lost 2 guys, right? I think they lost Chubb, and then somebody else got hurt. I don't know. Now Chubb's out for the year.
Is Waddle out still?
He didn't play the other day. So
I
might get him back.
That was my 3-point fantasy loss.
Oh God, I was playing Blanket Baker in the championship. We have another week, but he has Lamar. Now Lamar probably will sit out. But God, I mean, I'm fighting pretty far behind.
That was heartbreaking, Steve.
Which part?
I lost by 3 points.
Y'all don't do the 2 week?
No.
Oh, we do the 2 week.
I lost my championship by 3 points. It broke my heart.
Oh, I'd never play again.
It broke my heart.
If I come all the way back and lose by 3, I'll retire.
It broke my heart. It's like, Steve, I even benched Detroit.
Oh, they had a good game too, didn't they?
I picked up the Rams against the Redskins. I got more points out of them.
The Commanders, sir.
The Commanders are a little quarterbacky.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Quick commercial break. 9 through 9 the Bill.
Hey, Cards fans, this is Zach with Great Flood Brewing Company, reminding you to come enjoy our beer specials at our Highlands or Middletown locations. Also, if you're interested, please come out and visit our Middletown location to enjoy a new boneless wing special, half pound for $8. Thank you so much for the support during this year, and we hope to see you out there soon. For more information, visit us at greatfloodbrewing.com.
Follow the leader. Download the ESPN Louisville app today. Delivered by UPS Jobs Kentucky.
Most people don't put much thought into the value of a reliable water or sewage pump until they have to. Well, I have a team that never stops thinking about it. Kentuckiana Pump Sales. With over 35 years of experience, Kentuckiana Pump Sales, a premier Ashland pump shop, includes sump, sewage, grinder pumps, and many more to service all residential, municipal, commercial, and industrial needs. Next time you think about pumps, think Kentuckiana Pump Sales, 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, or visit KentuckianaPumps.com.
Men, it's the new year, and for many of us, it's a time of deciding to make positive changes in our lives. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if you're suffering with erectile dysfunction and are tired of the frustration and embarrassment ED causes, you should call Tri-State Men's Health today, because there probably isn't a better resolution you can make than to be done with ED. You see, ED doesn't just affect you, it can also affect your partner, even if they don't talk about it. But here's some great news. If you're like most guys, the treatments at Tri-State Men's Health will give you back your sex life, because our protocols have success rates that work in well over 90% of cases. Seriously, you might even find you're performing like you haven't in years. So make an appointment and get ED out of your life. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 4 offices: Cincinnati, Louisville, Dayton, and now Columbus.
Every down, every quarter, every game, your Cards play for the Ville. Now is your chance to get in the game and make a difference with a donation to the For the Ville giving campaign. Every dollar given goes directly back to the Louisville football program, and you'll receive exclusive For the Ville gear you won't find anywhere else. Visit gocards.com/fortheville today to make a contribution.
Hey, Cards fans. Do you or a loved one suffer from gout? Gout is a very painful form of arthritis that can also lead to kidney and heart disease. I bet you didn't know there's now a Gout Center of Excellence right here in Louisville. They use the most up-to-date clinical guidelines and FDA-approved treatments to get you relief fast. If you have gout, be sure to call the Gout Center of Excellence at 502-719-2472 or visit them online at ralouisville.com. And be sure to tell them Marcus sent you.
Louisville fans, Steve Rummage here. We all know the importance of making the right hire, especially when the stakes are high. In basketball and in real estate, the right leadership makes all the difference. Just because someone seems nice or they're a friend of the family doesn't mean they're the right person for the job. Hire someone with a proven track record of success. Like you've heard me say for years, call Josh Jarbo. Josh and the team at RE/MAX Empire are turning tough plays into big wins, ensuring your real estate experience is nothing short of a slam dunk. And in need of financing? Say no to amateur moves and go with the best. With Motto Mortgage A to Z, you're getting the MVP of treatment. No more pain, just gains. So when you're ready to make your next big play in real estate, remember, with RE/MAX Empire and Motto Mortgage A to Z, it's always a full court press towards success. They're here to assist you in scoring the perfect property and navigating the financial hoops with ease. Call Josh Jarbo, 502-216-7590, and let's achieve those real estate goals with championship precision.
Josh Jarbo, principal broker, owner of RE/MAX Empire, and co-founder of Motto Mortgage A to Z, NMLS number 2256125. Each office is independently owned and operated. Motto Mortgage A to Z is an equal house lender.
You've got ants inside the house, mosquitoes outside the house, moles burrowing in your lawn, and termites eating your house from inside out. You're completely surrounded. Luckily, OPC Pest Services has a 4 seasons program that can help. OPC has been providing quality pest services since 1972. Protect your home and property and call OPC Pest Services for a free estimate at 969-9635 or visit opcpest.com. Again, that's 969-9635 or visit opcpest.com.
Your home is your fortress, and your first line of defense is your roof. So if your roof is under attack by either Mother Nature or Father Time, you should be calling Citadel Roofing and Construction. Citadel Roofing and Construction is locally owned and operated, will provide free inspections, estimates, and of course they'll work with your insurance. Did I also mention their A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau? Let Citadel Roofing and Construction protect the roof that protects you by calling 502-219-7964 today.
The deep threes. Feeling it, shoots it, and got it! Oh, my! The throwdowns. On the attack, and it goes! The thrilling victories. Everybody's getting in on fun. What a night at the KFC Yum Center. Catch U of L healthcare coverage of Cardinals basketball. Throws back door, on the Louisville Cardinals Sports Network from Learfield. Yeah, oh, yes! In, out, spun around the rim and dropped through.
Tech-savvy professionals delivering equipment, technology, and service for all your office, network, and print communication needs. Look no further.
Just whistle for Duplicator Sales and Service.
High-quality office equipment, print, and IT solutions at fair and transparent pricing. That is Duplicator's commitment to you. Your tech-savvy office equipment and outsourced IT professionals can simplify your daily work process wherever you find yourself working with world-class network business machines and solutions from Rico and Sapin.
For today and tomorrow.
And that commitment continues with their commercial print and mailing division, Derby City Litho. Check out the Rico Pro Z7210 graphic print system providing superior color output. Duplicator Sales, Derby City Litho, Corporate Mailing Systems, Rico and Savin. Call them at 502-589-5555 or visit them online, duplicatorsales.net, or at their store, 831 East Broadway, Louisville, with offices in Elizabethtown, Lexington, Paducah.
Just whistle for Duplicator Sales and Service.
Welcome back. It's been Days with Marcus Maven. 8150 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. Before we go any further, let me take 1 second to remind everybody that temperature control is and always will be one of the most valuable resources one could have. And if you agree with this sentiment, then DFH Company is most certainly the company for you. Simply dial 968-6222, or you can look up online at dfhcompany.com. Make sure you look into the Mitsubishi Mini Split, like the one we use here at the 93.9 studio, sometimes referred to as the Players Club, for that hard to heat, hard to cool room in your home. Again, 968-6222, or look them up online at dfhcompany.com.
All right.
Where do we go from here, Steve? Our team is falling apart.
Yeah, I mean, the football team season's probably over already. No, it's I mean,
let me say this.
Yeah.
I believe I said it the other night. Forgive me if I repeated this. Transfer portal. There's two ways to look at it. See people go. You can say their losses. You can say with the season we had, and still feel like we need upgrades at all these positions, means you're retooling. You know, it's like one of those, every time a person goes, you say, okay, are they going because we need to get better, or are we losing guys? Right. So is that one of those things you just have to wait and see how your perspective goes with it? Because, of course, like I said, the optimist, like I said, I think Coach Braum is good at talent evaluation.
Yeah, 100%.
So I don't have any reason to say an outgoing transfer is a loss. Now, I can say I like having that guy on the team, but I can't bring myself to say it's a loss, a full loss. It's like, hey, if I know he gave you the opportunities, and I'm talking about guys who got the opportunities, and listen, he doesn't strike you as a favorites guy,
Yeah.
If a guy is leaving that got an opportunity, it was the best. It was the best for them.
Yeah, just in the social media world we live in now, you get more of a, okay, you don't have visits over the last week or so, right?
Mm-hmm.
So all you're really going to hear is guys going out.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, 2 weeks ago, we're all thrilled because you got guys coming in on visits. Well, this weekend, you're going to get guys coming in on visits again. And it's going to be like, oh, okay, I'm excited again.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I will say.
And we're a victim of hot starts.
Of course.
Yeah,
of course. You're setting at a top 3 portal class right now. Obviously, the kid from Purdue, the defensive end, you're not, that's disappointing. You wanted to get him, but also,
did he end up going to Texas State?
Well, he's not visiting Louisville now. He's visiting Florida State, and go figure. Florida State has a lot of open spaces. So guess what? Jalen Lucas from Indiana is now visiting Florida State.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not going to get him now. Just being honest with you, I feel like if that kid was going to commit, he would have committed.
Yep.
I'm not saying it's for sure. He may want to take all his visits and then commit, But then you got this kid checking out Florida State.
You got a certain number of visits you can take?
I believe so. I think in each period. So, you do got to kind of be selective. Well, Louisville's in a place, and this is what we do tend to forget sometimes, but it can be kind of selective. Got a lot of pieces coming back. Now, of course, we're still waiting on Quincy Riley. We're still waiting. And by the way, Mom's Kelly, she wants all the messages. So get in her DMs today, and she'll tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Joking. No, I hope she's not listening.
Just throw her right out there, Frank. If you want to know, if you want to break a story,
hey, slide into the DMs. She'll tell you whether he's going or staying. Joking. No, but that's a decision that you're waiting on. It's 50-50. Isaac Garindo's another one that we're kind of waiting on. I kind of am operating like you won't have them back. And then if you get them back, great. But if you get Isaac back, you're probably done in the running back room. If you get Quincy back, you're done in the cornerback room. So like you've beefed up the defensive line. You will be solid in there. I mean, now you know what you got to do.
Are you selective then?
You go be selective, probably in the wide receiver room. I need another safety.
Which is going to be your room? You're on the depth hunt.
Wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, because Huggins Bruce gone, Coleman gone, Foles left this morning. Coleman's the one I hate because I'm like, I would have liked to have watched Coleman with a guy like Shuck or a guy that can throw the ball a little.
Why did Coleman? Why do you think Coleman got out of here?
I mean, I think Coleman's a guy. He wants to be the feature guy, and I just don't know that he was going to
is he
an
NIL guy?
Well, it's probably a little bit of both,
mm-hmm.
but I think it's also, hey man. I mean, well, let's see where he goes. Let's see where he goes.
Let's see where he goes.
I mean, I think if he goes and says, no, I want to go somewhere where I'm going to be a 1-2 guy. And when you bring in guys the level of Brooks and Lacey, I mean, already, and you weren't a 1-2 guy. I mean, you watched in the bowl game, he had the shot. I mean, and they got him the ball quite a bit.
Yeah, I think I was having that conversation with you. It looked like they particularly wanted Coleman. They wanted to make him happy.
Yeah.
With his usage rate.
But Texter, the player from Florida is garbage. All you have to do is follow the Florida fans. Yeah, so was Brownlee. Florida State fans told us Brownlee's terrible. Brownlee sucks. You don't want him. He's awful. And Brownlee's one of our best corners. So I don't really do that. Oh yeah, the celebration. Jalen's celebration. That was nice. I like that. That was a good view too. Man, you couldn't have got better than that, dude.
That was a good
gosh.
Steve, we don't do celebrations in this family.
That's right.
We don't do
hey, dude, you converted a fourth down. Why was you in fourth down?
That's the expectation.
But yeah, man. I
could have hit him in stride a little better.
Yeah.
You didn't have to
why wasn't it a touchdown?
You didn't have to lob it so high.
No, but I'm just, we haven't lost anybody yet. I mean, like I said, Coleman, I think I would have liked to have watched him a little better.
More than Foles?
I mean, Foles, I don't know because we never got to see him. I mean, he's a 4-star kid out of South Florida. I mean, yeah, sure. I don't want to lose that kid, you know. But now I think you'll target some receivers. I think you still need at least one receiver that is
Was Coleman the kind of dude that could scare off a receiver? Like if he's your if he's your third receiver, do you say, ugh?
But I think they're going to use Colin Lacey in that spot.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's one of the things that hurt Coleman and Huggins Bruce. Blankenbaker mentioned that this morning too, and I agree with you. See, sometimes we think, oh, they brought in Colin Lacey, and you just think of, oh, well, Colin Lacey, well, why would that scare them if they want to be Colin Lacey's a slot guy.
Yeah, not the thrash.
Now, just because he's legit
mm-hmm.
and he's number one in the portal, doesn't mean he's not a slot guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's Huggins Bruce and Coleman's minutes. I think he pushed. I don't want to say scared off, but I mean, I think he definitely persuaded them to maybe we should look around.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I do think Louisville needs to get one more dude in the portal,
like a.
I mean, it ain't got to be a top 5 guy.
Shot at a legit one guy.
Yeah, because I think Brooks can be that
bigger or.
I mean,
does it bother you at the receiver spot when you don't have you had a Jamari, just kind of quick guy, but small?
It's nice to have that guy, but I mean, Ja'Cory Brooks 6'2", 6'3". I mean, he's a big guy. I mean, I do like having that guy.
Is Chris Bell happy?
Yeah, I think so. Because I think Chris Bell's in line to be one of those guys.
Yeah, he can't. That's what. Again, Chris Bell is my under the.
Well, you saw how many great plays he made, and with all due respect, I mean, Jack wasn't the golden arm. If Shuck can, and they love Shuck. I think the way you've watched this play out. Again, I'm not speaking the gospel here, so nobody don't go back and say this is the gospel, but. I think the way you watched this play out was they took Shuck early because they loved him. They took him because I think now when it comes to Cam Ward, which there was a connection there with, now that he's in the NFL, it's easier to kind of say, okay, yeah, they looked at there.
Yep.
I think they went ahead and they took that risk and said, hey, we're going to go with Shuck because we think that kid's going pro. But I think what you're watching, they directly like Shuck better than DJU because they could have had, I'm not going to say they could have had him, but I know they could have had a dang good shot at him.
Is he going to end up at Florida State?
He is.
Okay.
He committed.
He did
Yeah,
commit. Okay.
he committed to Florida State. That's why I think Brom likes Shuck better. And if Shuck's healthy, I mean, again, kid's got an arm, dude. Like, I mean, he can sling it around. So a guy like Bell, how much better will Bell be when he doesn't have to make the circus catches?
He has one guy potential.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Bell, if Bell come out to be the dude next year, I would not be blown away.
Yeah.
And he's big and he's strong.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, dude, he has
and don't discount the tight end position next year.
Open it up for him.
Oh, open it up for everybody. Like when we say, oh man, these receivers
he's
are gone.
Violent, man. Do you remember that play? You remember the Chris Bell play on the sideline when he was on special teams?
Oh yeah.
And he jumped over like 3 people to the sideline. Like he has one of those. He has a true SEC dog.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Little attitude to him, little aggression level. And I'm like, if you have all those ingredients, you should, like he should feel like this off season, like he should be feisty enough to say, I need to be, I need to train like a one guy, like one of those, Javian Hawkins off season.
Absolutely.
Where it's like, hey dude, you need to lock in.
Yeah.
Here's your chance to get paid.
Hey man, we don't want to recruit over you.
Mm-hmm.
We like you, Brooks and Lacey.
Mm-hmm.
We want to see a guy like JoJo Stone. I mean, did you see Sean Boykins dunk last week?
No.
Let me send that to you.
You're gonna send it on Twitter.
Well, I'll let me go find it.
I was gonna say, did you? Was it Instagram?
Listen, yes.
I think I'm gonna do better on Instagram this year. Nikki, can I add Instagram to my New Year's resolution?
Yeah, why not?
Stuff?
Yeah, okay. So some people like cut down on social media. You're actually going to increase your
I've
your
heard,
presence, though.
I've heard,
maybe not your consumption.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Maybe
By the way, let me comment on. Did you see Sofaro's video yesterday?
I did.
That was really cool.
Yeah. That was
like
good. That was good
I'm really excited for that. Like I'm glad we have somebody like Sofaro that can actually do stuff like that because Nick's been here for years and I've never seen anything like ESPN Plus like that looks as cool.
I'm so agitated that we're just now getting.
You're on the one show with video, so you just crapped on Marcus too. So yeah.
Oh no, ours is fine.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a second. I'm thinking of a comeback. Okay, why are you stomping?
And the pocket collapses.
Yeah.
Rummage in motion.
It's like, hang on now. I'm calling a face mask because you're doing too much. You're doing too much.
Ineligible receiver downfield.
Timeout.
He didn't substitute. 70 was substitute.
Even though Sofaro did hurt my feelings. I think me and you were the only two he didn't mention. I watched 12 minutes of video.
He's going direct competition with the YouTube channel.
Look, I watched 12 minutes of video, Sofaro, with my son sitting right next to me. And I was like, he's going to mention my name, it's because my son was like, oh, that's dope. Yeah, and he never did. And I'm like, my son's like, what are you watching? I'm like, I don't know, some Kentucky thing. Turn it off. Some UK thing.
Well, now I got to step with video.
No, it was cool.
Iron sharpens iron.
Yep, indeed. I'm gonna do a little more Instagram, probably. Yeah,
I have Instagram and I've been being more active on, and I have Twitter. Obviously, my Facebook I try to kind of keep just my own thing.
clean family.
I mean, a lot of people have Snapchat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have Snapchat.
We still have that. I mean, I have one, but I really haven't used it.
I don't really
since my Tinder days.
My TikTok is all educational. Our TikTok is all educational.
Yeah, I've got one of those, but I don't follow anybody or have anybody follow me.
Mine's all either conspiracy theories or cooking. Cooking things or health.
Yeah, I totally keep that for just video. Actually, the only reason I really have one is because when you click on some of the videos, when people send you, you can't watch them.
Yeah, right.
Because you got to have the app. So I was like, whatever.
The Bushman pranks too.
Yeah, those are awesome.
That's that's
ironically that was Nick's nickname in high school. Bushman.
That
Still is.
The weed eater.
Those videos, Steve, are a guilty pleasure.
Oh, dude.
Like,
do you know the ones I watch?
I'm listening.
The fart guy.
Oh no.
Yeah, that like goes into Walmart and just like rips butt behind people.
I don't get on Threads. What is Threads?
It's a Instagram's
it's like
TikTok.
Instagram's Twitter or whatever, right? Or,
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So what is it? Just all like short form video?
Oh wait, no, that's something else. No, yeah, Steve's right. It was supposed to be sort of like an alternative to Twitter or Facebook when one of them was going away. You know, each of them was going away like 7 times, something like that.
Yeah, I think I don't know what it was. It started like a year ago, and it just never really got cool at all.
Like the Epstein flight logs,
something like that.
Ooh, I thought those get released today? I think they do.
Could you please play the music out?
Sorry,
before we get
let's go into this.
Before we get shut down. Rolling along, 93.9 The Ville.
Hey, Steve. Did you do a DraftKings Friday? I don't think you did. Because I was going through. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to have you record a DraftKings right now. And then I'll just put some commercials around it. And just, say it like it was,
Tech-savvy professionals delivering equipment, technology, and service for all your office, network, and print communication needs. Look no further.
Just whistle for Duplicator Sales and Service.
High-quality office equipment, print, and IT solutions at fair and transparent pricing. That is Duplicator's commitment to you. Your tech-savvy office equipment and outsourced IT professionals can simplify your daily work process wherever you find yourself working with world-class network business machines and solutions from Rico and Savin.
For today and tomorrow.
And that commitment continues with their commercial print and mailing division, Derby City Litho. Check out the Rico Pro Z7210 graphic print system providing superior color output. Duplicator Sales, Derby City Litho, Corporate Mailing Systems, Rico and Savin. Call them at 502-589-5555 or visit them online, duplicatorsales.net, or at their store, 831 East Broadway, Louisville, with offices in Elizabethtown, Lexington, Paducah.
Just whistle for Duplicator Sales and Service.
Hi, this is Louisville football coach Jeff Brom. You're listening to the home of U of L Athletics, 93.9 The Ville.
Welcome back. Welcome back. It's been Days with Marcus Maben. 8150 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. As we ring in the new year, I want to give a special thanks to one of the most important members of the team, Kentuckiana Pump Sales people, for every home, building, business, or municipality that all rely on the movement these pumps provide. The moment you need a water or sewage pump, you should be thinking Kentuckiana Pump Sales. They're like our first responders or essential personnel. Over 35 years of experience. Best service, fairest possible price. It's right over in Jeffersonville, Indiana. People, go see Harold. Go see Mark. They will find out exactly what you need. Utility, sump, affluent, grinder, sewage, anything you need. 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, of course. Or you can give them a call, 812-725-9217, or simply visit KentuckianaPumps.com. Steve.
Yeah.
Why did my dad just come right back up here?
That was awesome, dude. That was the other thing I enjoyed being on the phone with you for today or this weekend.
Nikki, listen to this.
So like I called Marcus. I went in to Buffalo Wild Wings, kind of work a shift on Sunday, during the day, work the Sunday NFL shift,
Nice.
And yeah, that's kind of my day. I like to work up there, whatever. So I was on the way in. I was talking with Marcus, and we were kind of, just chopping up about the football game that, Dallas, Detroit the night before, blah, blah, blah. So anyways.
Actually, it was earlier. You were doing your running around first, I think.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was headed. I did a coffee run because Duncan, I've been eating much better. I've been doing a lot better. So I'm down a decent amount. I've been going to the tanning bed. I'm like, it's time to get myself right, a little more right. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, I was like, I went to Duncan because they had the new pink velvet macchiato, which, me. Come on now. I got to try the new pink velvet macchiato, right? So I was like, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to call Marcus. So I called Marcus on the way up there. He's like, see what's up, blah, blah, blah. So we're talking, and Marcus is like, yeah. Hey, hang on a second. And I was like, what happened? He's like, hey, man, my dad's on the couch. Let me call you back. I was like, did your dad just go back to Atlanta? I was like, he's back. So I was like, yeah, man, get on off here, man. So everything's okay, So yeah, it was just, and then
that's what I like, because I hadn't been out to my living room. At no point did
Surprise.
At no point did I hear him come in. If I would have known, I would I'd put the office. I'd transition the office to the guest room like normally, but he was just there. Yeah, he had a little box on the table for me, and it's like, oh, what you up to, Dad? Yeah, I'm just oh, Steve, oh, baby. Guess what he did, Steve?
Oh, I'm listening.
Oh, man. Pops Maven came in from his workout, right?
Yeah.
Sitting in the living room. He goes past me, blah, blah, blah. I'm peripheral. I can see him down the hallway. Goes into the bathroom, whatever. Comes out, throws his clothes straight into the washing machine.
Of course.
You know how you see somebody go past you, and I'm like, I know he ain't just go in my room.
Yeah.
He comes out of my room.
Oh, no.
With my red and black Adidas.
Oh, no. Really?
He's like, yeah. What size are these?
The shoes?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And you know what he's doing? As he's asking me about my red and black Adidas, he's popping the damn tag on my brand new white Adidas t-shirt. And I'm just like, yeah, I forgot I ain't bringing no extra clothes with me,
Oh, my gosh.
Dad, this has gone too far.
You're like, you know what? Did you say what he brought yet?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you don't have to.
No, it's fine, yeah.
Oh, okay, but I was going to say, like, he brought some ammunition, so I would be like, you know what? Go ahead and give me some. Let me get you right on out of here.
Yeah, he had to bring her some specialties.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Say hello to my little.
Needless to say, do not break in Marcus's house.
Yeah, it's the county. It's not a good idea to break into people's places in the county.
That's fair.
In general.
That's fair.
But yeah, so Pops, he spun the block.
There's people in the county. As soon as they hear the window crash, it's like, thank you, God. God, I've been waiting so many years for this.
Yeah. So yeah.
Did he head back out?
Yeah. He got on the road yesterday.
Okay.
But yeah, he did raid my closet again. Pretty terrible, but whatever. So Nikki's busy right now.
Yeah,
but
sorry,
Steve,
I'm trying to do a show. It's our bad.
What was the amount on the line?
Sorry, DraftKings stuff
for the money line Maven. What was it? $30,000.
Oh,
do you remember
the amount on
that
the line
we had on the line?
It wasn't that high. It was what? It was like 20, right?
27.
14 or something.
I thought it was like 27.
Didn't Nikki tweet it out?
I have the.
I tweeted out. Did I put the amount? I might have.
NCAA football scores. We have to start back at what? Clemson, Kentucky. When was that?
I've never rooted for Clemson harder. That would hurt so bad.
Wait, what?
I was rooting for Clemson, obviously, but I mean,
so did it hurt to root against Kentucky?
No, it's Clemson. It's not exactly a team.
What are you trying to say here? It was hard to root for Clemson over Kentucky.
Yeah, like Clemson. I don't know. Like that's not exactly a team we're cool with.
They could have been playing Satan's demons. I've been like, it wasn't that hard.
Wait, this is supposed to be. Okay,
I know I'm not alone. That.
You think a lot of people had a hard time rooting for Clemson?
Yeah, like it'd be different if it was like, I don't know, Pitt or something like that. I feel like people be like, yeah, ACC, but
no, I don't think any true hardcore Louisville fan had trouble rooting for Clemson the other day.
I'm not saying you didn't do it. I'm just saying that it might have felt a little unnatural. $10 paid $13,000, by the way. I got
$10 played what? Paid
$13K.
Okay, it's 13. Okay, well, I was
okay.
Way overboard. Okay.
Yeah, let's just get it. I'm sorry, Nick, that the Cats lost. Let's get it over with.
Okay, Steve.
I knew what he was getting to. I know it
wasn't it at all.
And not only did they lose, they just totally choked.
Nikki, give it to me. Yes, for you.
Yeah, that was yours.
That was yours.
Oh,
It's the sound of Nick's life.
let me suspend her money.
Get ready for Moneyline Maven.
Hey, come on. He can't lose. He can't lose.
Allegedly.
I mean, the segment sounds amazing.
Allegedly.
You want to do this innovative thing that has never been proven before. I'm not here to tell you to never do that. However, most businesses go out of business for a multitude of reasons, but the number one reason is
there is no such thing as a sure thing. That's why they call it gambling.
Guarantees. Actually, I won't call them guarantees.
No, you already said it. Guarantees it.
Steve.
And if he doesn't hit them, he'll pay you back.
Allegedly.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Allegedly.
When I set this Moneyline Maven up, I was trying to get you paid.
Yeah.
When I set these Moneyline Mavens up, you get a chance to see how good I am at what I do.
That's right. And you've been missing like one a week.
We'll just jump around a little bit. Clemson over Kentucky.
Bang, bang.
Bang.
Who am I?
Bang.
Barry and Brown.
Clemson over Kentucky could not lose, Steve.
That was easy money. At no point did Clemson think they were going to lose.
Missouri over Ohio State.
All day.
I could have just gave you
All day.
Missouri over Ohio State.
We knew.
And Clemson over Kentucky.
Yeah.
And my money would have been good.
Yeah, you knew. Ohio State's dudes are opting out. It's a wrap.
Washington over Texas.
All day.
All day long.
Easy.
Easy money. I've already given you 4 winners like that. Oregon over Liberty.
All day.
Could not miss.
By the way, stop putting those teams in the BCS in the New Year's State. Like, poor Oregon, man. You had this great season, and it's like, here, you got to play Liberty. I mean, Liberty, you could watch one play. And I did. I watched about 2 series, and it was like, well, this is not, Oregon's going to destroy this. Anyway.
Georgia over Florida State.
That was over fairly quick.
That was a bludgeoning.
Yeah.
Tennessee over Iowa.
All day.
All day long. Like, I gave you all of these winners. Now let's find another one. Ole Miss over Penn State.
Bang,
Do
bang.
y'all hear these? Do y'all hear these winners I gave you? And these are upsets too.
Bang, bang.
Like, these are upsets. This is money. This is actual money I'm passing out to y'all. Now, if I did it for you, it wouldn't be a challenge. What's the challenge, Steve? When we do Moneyline Maven, what's the challenge?
Getting them right?
Finding the one.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was like, all right. Yeah. I mean, yeah, picking the games. I don't know.
LSU over Wisconsin. Bang, bang, bang.
All day.
I gave you money. I gave you money. Oh, Steve. Here's the one I should have stayed away from. Toledo falls to Wyoming.
I tried to tell you.
By 1 point.
Tried to tell you. Said, hey, man, Toledo's lost their quarterback. They're starting running back. Quite a bit going on there.
Oh. Michigan over Alabama in overtime. I mean, come on, y'all. What do you expect? Like, I'm good at what I do. I'm not Marcus Thomas sometimes. You know, it's like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And then this was the one, Steve. Notre Dame.
destroyed Oregon State.
Yeah, I was pissed off about that one because I played. I don't know about you. I did the 3-game parlay that we were talking about. Yeah.
Actually, I'll one up it. I did the 4-game. Ooh, I hit the first game and the last game. The middle two, just bludgeonings.
Maryland destroyed
Auburn. Like, Maryland don't have their quarterback. Nobody else. It's like, Auburn's going to be ready to play with Hugh Freeze. Dude, that game was 14-0 before I could even switch over to it.
Before you could, look, you still have that on multi-screen.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay. So, I got bludgeoned by Oregon State or by Notre Dame. I got bludgeoned, the Wyoming Toledo at one point.
Yeah, no, that wasn't bad. And like Tester says, I mean, Toledo was winning that game for pretty much the whole game.
Alabama, Michigan, that could have went.
I mean, that's
that was the top
number 1 versus 4.
Yeah, but
I did find it interesting that the SEC team and the future SEC team that got in the playoffs just got beat last night. I guess by that logic, right? Then I mean, the Big Ten by the 2 Big Ten teams. I mean, the Big Ten has announced dominance, right? Isn't that how it works? Isn't that how this works?
They overtook.
I mean, the Big Ten is the best conference in America. You've got 2 Big Ten teams basically playing for the national championship on Monday, and you had 2 SEC teams that had a shot. Neither one of them made it. So
Georgia beat them 63 to 3.
Oh, yeah. I mean, listen, the ACC's behind them. There's no doubt about that. It's Big Ten, SEC, ACC. That's how we're doing it.
Darn it.
Yeah. Sorry. That's the rules. I don't make them. I just go by them.
Oh, man. So, Steve, we would, over the course of the year, the money lines, the money line
pretty
products,
good.
They haven't been bad. Like I said,
not been bad.
I gave you a couple. What are we talking? 12 games? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 for 12. Yeah.
It's not bad.
Could have done better. I tell you what, we'll take our last commercial break. A little quick reset. 93.9 The Ville.
Looking for a great place to meet friends, gather with other Louisville Cardinal fans, or host your own party for up to 150 people? Join the University Club of Louisville on the U of L campus. Membership is open to U of L faculty, staff, alumni, and friends. If you aren't a member, you are welcome to come and try us out. We invite you and your friends to stop by for lunch or happy hour and learn more about how to be a part of the University Club. The club's hosted special events for members for more than 3 decades. Visit our website at uclublouisville.com to learn more about membership.
Now that sports have officially kicked off, there's only 4 things missing from your playbook. 4 pegs. Looking for great smoked wings? 4 pegs. Looking for juicy barbecue and award-winning chili? 4 pegs. If you're just looking for some cold crab, tap, can, or bottled beer? 4 pegs. And the best part about 4 pegs is it's right around the corner at 1053 Goss Avenue in Germantown. So you better get over there fast because the word is spreading. And while you're over there, be sure to ask about their food truck and other catering services.
Catch Fat Jack from Fat Jack Sports on the Drive with Mark Ennis every Thursday at 4:30 during the football season. Mark and Jack will discuss the spreads, the overs, and the under on local and national games. You'll hear angles to games you didn't know existed. Fat Jack has been a leading sports analyst for 28 years. His records are documented and recorded at fatjacksports.com. Listen every Thursday at 4:30 during the Drive with Mark Ennis on 93.9 The Ville.
Most people don't put much thought into the value of a reliable water or sewage pump until they have to. Well, I have a team that never stops thinking about it. Kentuckiana Pump Sales. With over 35 years of experience, Kentuckiana Pump Sales, a premier Ashland pump shop, includes sump, sewage, grinder pumps, and many more to service all residential, municipal, commercial, and industrial needs. Next time you think about pumps, think Kentuckiana Pump Sales, 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, or visit KentuckianaPumps.com.
Louisville fans, Steve Rummage here. We all know the importance of making the right hire, especially when the stakes are high. In basketball and in real estate, the right leadership makes all the difference. Just because someone seems nice or they're a friend of the family doesn't mean they're the right person for the job. Hire someone with a proven track record of success. Like you've heard me say for years, call Josh Jarbo. Josh and the team at RE/MAX Empire are turning tough plays into big wins, ensuring your real estate experience is nothing short of a slam dunk. And in need of financing? Say no to amateur moves and go with the best. With Motto Mortgage A to Z, you're getting the MVP of treatment. No more pain, just gains. So when you're ready to make your next big play in real estate, remember, with RE/MAX Empire and Motto Mortgage A to Z, it's always a full court press towards success. They're here to assist you in scoring the perfect property and navigating the financial hoops with ease. Call Josh Jarbo, 502-216-7590, and let's achieve those real estate goals with championship precision.
Josh Jarbo, principal broker, owner of RE/MAX Empire, and co-founder of Motto Mortgage A to Z, NMLS number 2256125. Each office is independently owned and operated. Motto Mortgage A to Z is an equal house lender.
Your home is your fortress, and your first line of defense is your roof. So if your roof is under attack by either Mother Nature or Father Time, you should be calling Citadel Roofing and Construction. Citadel Roofing and Construction is locally owned and operated, will provide free inspections, estimates, and of course they'll work with your insurance. Did I also mention their A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau? Let Citadel Roofing and Construction protect the roof that protects you by calling 502-219-7964 today.
Does your business need an upgrade in cybersecurity? Odds are, if you're a small business, you do, because that's where criminals prey.
They know small businesses don't have the resources to prevent attacks. That's where our friends at Louisville Geek came in to help us. Not only did they upgrade our outdated computers, they made us safer from attacks.
Louisville Geek has been around for nearly 2 decades. They offer 24/7 support, and their online pricing calculator gives you transparent pricing.
Use who we use at ESPN Louisville. Louisville Geek. LouisvilleGeek.com.
Hey, Cards fans. Do you or a loved one suffer from gout? Gout is a very painful form of arthritis that can also lead to kidney and heart disease. I bet you didn't know there's now a Gout Center of Excellence right here in Louisville. They use the most up-to-date clinical guidelines and FDA-approved treatments to get you relief fast. If you have gout, be sure to call the Gout Center of Excellence at 502-719-2472 or visit them online at ralouisville.com. And be sure to tell them Marcus sent you.
Hello, this is Dan McDonald, head baseball coach at the University of Louisville. You're listening to the home of Cardinal baseball on 93.9 The Ville.
Go.
Welcome back. It's middays with Marcus Maven. 8150 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. Just think, good people. We still got no pleasure of having some decent weather, but inclement weather is always right around the corner, especially living in this area of Kentucky, the Ohio Valley areas. Inclement weather is always a danger. So remember this. Your home is your fortress. Your first line of defense is your roof. So if your roof is under attack by either Mother Nature or Father Time, you should be thinking Citadel Roofing and Construction. Citadel Roofing and Construction is locally owned and operated. They'll provide free inspections, estimates, and of course, they'll work with your insurance. Did I also mention their A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau? So let Citadel Roofing and Construction protect the roof that protects you by calling 502-219-7964 today. Okay, so Steve.
Yes.
How are we going to approach the new year 2024 in your sports world, in your Louisville college sports world?
Okay.
Elephant in the room. You're hoping that you're going to have good conversation or good stuff to talk about moving forward with the basketball.
I am. That is obviously the number one thing, and we do play Virginia.
Got Virginia.
Because now, I hate to say it this way, this is terrible, but it's like, now you have you have to look at it now. Like there is no.
You have to watch.
There is no football. There is no.
There's no heavy distraction. We'll get a couple of
portal
talk,
but it's
here and there.
It's like you are going to be your eyelids are
all eyes spotlight is on the basketball program now.
Your eyelids have been taken. You will watch. You will love it. By the way, shout out to Jeff Walls and the women's team with getting a dub on the road against Miami this weekend.
Yeah, good job. Are they going to make a run? Do they have one of the more likable? You don't want to say no name team, but not the superstar. Centric team, just grinding them out right now.
I think so. He was talking about this morning. I can't remember which player he was referencing. So I don't want to say the wrong thing, but he was like, it's funny. He was like, she did a Euro step so slow. She said that they called a penalty or called a penalty. I'm still in football mode. They said that they called traveling. And he was like, no, that's not. He said, I told the ref, like, she's slow. It's not, but it was a great move.
I wouldn't like my coach. Not coach.
But
if that's how you're going to argue for me, don't.
Just listen to him talk to about how much he enjoys the team. He kind of threw. If you listen to him on dinner this morning, he threw a little jab in there a little bit. He was kind of like, it's nice having a team that like each other.
Yeah,
Like, okay, there were issues last year. We're aware. But yeah, no. Other than that, man, I mean, what better way to splash into the new year than a game in Charlottesville, right?
Listen.
And they're pissed.
and Charlottesville is pissed.
Yeah.
He did give an injury update. Like I said,
still waiting on JJ Traynor. Waiting on Dennis Evans.
So. Said Dennis Evans day to day still.
Yep.
JJ Traynor.
Yeah.
Do you put a JJ Traynor effect on anything?
I mean, of course. I mean, because they are missing with Brandon playing so good, it would be interesting to see what happens if they had another guy next to him. Like that spot has kind of been taken up by either Caleb or essentially a guard.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like
Caleb
to see
Caleb or
Trey or Mike or
Curtis,
guys like that have kind of been playing that 4 spot. I would like to see. Even
that's it.
D'Lo,
what would you like to see?
I would like to see JJ back and see if Brandon can keep that level of play with JJ back in there and how that can affect. I mean, because JJ's not been playing bad this year. He was having a pretty good season.
I think offensively, he's been playing good. I mean, just like I say, it's aggression and finishing. But defensively, I haven't liked him that much. That's where my demand has been. That's also where my criticism of Kenny Payne has been, just with the Brandon, JJ.
You never criticized Kenny Payne a day in your life, and you know it.
And you're
I'm starting to throw it on the board.
Social media. I was gonna say your message board.
What do you think?
What is your fake account on the message board, Steve? The one that you start crap about me all the time.
I can't.
Just give it up.
Marxist Maven.
I did see that one. Have you seen that account, Nikki? There's a Marxist
Maven. That's pretty good.
It is pretty good, man. By the way, are you coming to my cookout Saturday?
There's a cookout Saturday?
For the 6th.
I'll be there with my zip ties.
Yeah. Bet you will.
You still having that?
It is 2024, a year of hope, right?
There we go.
Hope and change. You're going to do that again?
Yeah. So, hey, I regret ever criticizing that. So after the last 4 years.
Oh, my God.
I'm like, you know how many times I've looked in the mirror and been like, you had an issue with Obama? You better slap yourself right in the mouth.
Oh, God. I've lost complete faith. Jay Traynor. You say it's just a little bit of loss.
Yeah,
but not like a heavy.
Because listen, you're kind of that conversation. It's funny, kind of got really lost which I'm okay with personally, but with the whole, because so much time has passed with this break, you know, I mean, we went, 3 or 4 days there. It was hot and heavy, coaching change. Is it going to happen? Is it not? Josh heard talk, boom. And then it's kind of like, okay, now it's just, I think people have had time to just marinate in the fact, like, okay, Josh said he's a coach right now. We're going to go with that. And now you come back and it's almost like, okay, all right. So I'm operating on
your, I mean, let's just say this is narrative talk, okay?
Yeah.
You've gotten your reprieve. You've gotten your what do you call it? Your official vote of confidence, that you're going to be here. Even
I don't know if it was quite a vote of confidence.
Yeah. But just not, okay, you're not getting fired. So
now,
you're going to be here
sure,
for the time being.
Right.
He said something. He didn't make a move.
No.
Like, for all we know, narrative-wise, we thought a move was imminent.
I mean, I know nobody wants to hear this, and I'm not saying I think that's what's going to happen. I'm kind of operating like he's going to be early in the year now, and if he's not, then okay. But I mean, once the move wasn't made, I was like, okay, he's probably going to finish the season out. And now, so if that's the case,
right,
for me personally, and I know a lot of people ain't going to like it,
right,
but for me personally, I'm like, okay, if you give me that, it's the same thing with Satterfield. I wanted Satterfield gone. When they had that meeting and Satterfield was staying, I was very angry about it. But then you wake up the next day and I was like, okay, well, what are we going to do?
Yeah, you get your recruiting class together and you're like, okay, let's see what see what you can do.
I mean, I go.
So you're on a holding pattern. I mean, I think most people just.
But in my holding pattern, I can't just do nothing. So it's like, okay, well, let's see what we got. Hey,
I want my younger guys to be the happier guys,
of course, because no matter what happens, I would like to see that whole freshman class back.
Right. So moving forward, I want my younger guys to be my happier guys. That's probably going to be one of the most
1,000%
important things as I watch the game. I want.
If you come out there and you put on a couple silly butt performances, I'm going to very quickly turn into play the young guys.
Yeah,
lose with young guys.
Yeah, youth movement all the way, and say that's the best for this program.
Yes,
hey,
whether you're here or somebody else is here,
the best for the program is to keep Tyler Johnson happy. He should be the happiest person in my locker room. Tyler, probably number one. Curtis, for me, Curtis Williams Jr. I want him happy and motivated, and I want him to be coached hard. All that good stuff.
Absolutely.
I still don't know what to do with Caleb, but his motor. Actually, I need Manny happy. I would like a happy Manny, but the way he doesn't play, I wouldn't be confident. I think he got doghouse pretty good. I think he doghouse behind Brandon. So moving forward, I'm like, okay, I need my younger guys to play bigger roles.
I totally agree. So
it's like, you've gotten the first third of the season to,
but I'm also like, help me a little bit. Okay. Because when I get on there and I say that and I say, okay, this is what, I'm going to try to get involved, kind of say, okay, let's do what we do. But don't go out there tomorrow and be down 30, and we're like, oh, this is
I can't see, I can't see a run out.
Yeah. When I'm like, you've had 2 weeks with them, man, I can't you're just going to go out there and just get stomped. Then it's going to be like, okay, well then what did you do?
What kind of urgency did you prepare with? That's probably the number 2 thing I'll be looking for. Are you coming out of this break like you got a second chance? Are you coming out of this break looking like you have a level of urgency to say, hey, we got one conference loss,
That's one way to look at it. I like it.
Oh no! Seriously.
No, I know.
You just say conference.
I just like the way you said
it. Once you start conference, you say, okay. I mean,
we only got one loss in conference.
We do that with every team, though. Once you go to conference, that's a different.
Well, and, I mean, the team hadn't lost this year yet. So,
why'd you say yet, Steve?
Well, because
it's not imminent.
Well, no, but I mean, I think
you can go undefeated this year.
Well, I mean, I think they'll drop one somewhere. I don't think that. But okay, let me ask you.
Conference urgency.
Let me really ask you this though, and we can get into this a little more tomorrow too. But I don't know if we will get into it as much tomorrow. So that's why I want to ask you now. Notre Dame busting Virginia, like what did that do for you? Like was that because I think for me it was a little loserish, but like when I saw that, I immediately was like, of course. You know, I was like, you know what I'm saying?
That's you know what? That's not loser. That's you having radio experience.
It was just kind of like, oh, so y'all, y'all choked away that game, of course, and then the other, now the loser, well, I say the loser in me didn't have to do it, Virginia. The loser in me had to do with Notre Dame because I was like, man, we can't beat them. So it's like, that was the one game you thought maybe you could win,
The sad reality is that
because Virginia's not great this year. Let me be clear. We're not playing Virginia's not your typical Virginia team. I mean, I'm not saying we're gonna beat them, but I'm just saying they're not great.
The sad part about it is I'm not even looking at other teams. I'm not looking at that kind of went out the window.
I don't even watch college basketball.
Seriously, that went out. That went out. Texas, Indiana.
It's about you.
Yeah, it's about you. Like, dude, if you bring it, what's the name? The Pepperdines, or whatever. Like, dude, if you look decent, you look decent against anybody. Mm-hmm. If you look locked in and focused, you look focused against anybody.
Because I do think basketball translates to. I do think basketball translates to different levels more than football. And what I'm saying is, like, if you're playing a game really well, I think basketball, it's much easier to say, no, that team that they're playing right now, even though that team's not great. I mean, unless it's like atrocious, But I mean,
football has a physical
football. It's like
violent.
Yeah,
you can bludgeon.
I can bludgeon Murray and be like, yeah, but the way we played today, we wouldn't have beat anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, yeah. I mean, I've watched games like, Satterfield beating EKU by 30 to 7, and we were like, yeah, that's not good. Like, we looked terrible. We couldn't run the ball.
Because we kept running with Malik. You remember
I'm like, Malik ran for his life. We hit 2 deep balls. Like, we're not beating anybody.
Right.
Whereas in basketball, I think just straight up,
you could say, okay, that was good ball.
It's a little more hand-to-hand combat. Yeah.
That was good ball. That was crappy ball. Yeah. That's not.
And I do think there's been a couple times where we've played some good ball.
Yeah, that'll be that'll be a demoralizing end of the season conversation of just you played to the level of your competition the entire time.
Yeah,
that'd be a disappointing stretch. But again, conference, to me, I'll go conference. This is your new season. This will be the last opportunity that you have to get a fresh, a fresh start, a fresh moment, a reason, like most people do with New Year's. Hey, look at Nicky. He decides New Year's is Skinny Nicky time.
He's gaining and losing weight all at the same time. I don't know how.
Yeah, Mondays are usually a reason to start over.
Yeah. You know what? Well, I woke up today. It's Thursday.
That's a perfect.
New day, new me. Until lunch. Yeah, I'm gonna start taking blue chews and eating food. By the way, I need to talk to you about that. I need some of those.
New year, new me.
Yeah, new year, new me.
What
two
good,
birds with one stone.
What good is having a sponsor
if
we don't have supply?
I did ask him last week. You wasn't in here. I'm glad you wasn't. I was like, so hypothetically, do you take those if you don't need them? Like, are they like just performance?
Sure can.
Can they just be performance based?
If you just want to wear some gray sweatpants or something.
Yeah. Like, I just
to the rustic frog I go.
Just gray sweat it out.
What I can't do is be like, man, I'm gonna have a great night tonight and end up in the hospital, Oh, he passed out. Like, what?
You can't let that happen.
Yeah, what happened?
It's like, okay, so your football season's pretty much over with?
Well, I mean, oh yes, but I mean portal, no. I mean, I'm all in the portal. I mean, I'm moved on to, hey, last season's behind me Yeah, if that
the last football season, so Jack Plummer is no longer your quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, like I look at the team as Shuck's team now, basically, you know, and or Pierce's or whoever. I'm looking at that battle, and then I'm ready to see, you know, the portal finish it off here.
When are we going to be able to see some action, some football action? When's the next time we're going to?
April. Should be here before you know it.
You always say that, Steve.
That's before Derby. I mean, you look up, Derby would be here before you know it. You'll be, you know.
Going to be food shortages by then?
Probably. It's untelling. It's the election year. It's untelling what they're going to pull out.
I know. You literally.
It's untelling what we're going to live through in 2024.
Right. Within the next 6 weeks, you're like,
God bless.
How much different is our world going to be in 6 weeks?
I can only imagine.
Say what's coming down the pike.
Kentucky's like undefeated 1 seed. It's like, yeah, cancel it.
Another season cancel.
Yeah. Drop it.
Oh, it's like, yeah,
sorry. That's just how it happens.
This will be the first time you endorse it.
Yeah.
Hey, stay aside. Okay, so it's just gonna be portal.
Yeah, I mean, I'm full portal now, man. I'm in. I mean, obviously, if there becomes a coaching search at some point, that will probably start to dominate.
Yeah, the conversation.
But till then, yeah, I'm portal, man.
Let me ask you this: Are you? Did you watch? How are you watching this weekend's playoff games?
Yeah.
And I'm not talking pro, I'm talking college. Bowl games, playoff games. How are you comparing Louisville? Or because the portal?
Absolutely.
Yeah, like
absolutely.
Are you 12? Are you like shooting at top 12? Does your brain say, okay, that's the top 12 team, we should be somewhere around?
Even though it's tougher because
of the portal?
Yeah, teams are going to change so much. But yeah, I found myself watching teams going, okay, that team's going to come back next year. Texas, for instance. You watched Texas last night, you're going, okay, they're going to bring a lot back, you know? So where am I at?
Yeah. Okay. Georgia, Bama, Texas. Who else you put in there when you just make your next year way too early 12?
Oh, man. I mean, of course, I think I always look at Florida State and Clemson just because just thinking ahead, you know, even though Florida State's kind of in the boat we are, they're rebuilding themselves again.
Refilling out.
They're going to be a totally different team. But yeah, I mean, no, you look at those teams and then I say, but next year's going to change college football a lot. The Pac-12, all those teams are in the Big Ten now. How's that going to affect things?
That's their super conference.
Yeah, I mean, the SEC, Texas, Oklahoma, those teams are going to be SEC teams next year. How's that going to affect that? I mean, that's what I say. This year is a weird fix. I mean, if Florida State gets out of that grant of rights, I mean, heck, Louisville's probably going to be on the market again. You know, I think they would probably end up at the Big 12.
Where would Florida State go?
I don't know, but you got to think they have somewhere that they're. I mean, because surely they wouldn't be fighting as hard as they are. To
you think the SEC takes them?
No,
I don't either. I don't either.
I think they'll be in the Big 12 or the Big 10. Because I think it's where we're headed. I think the Big 12, the SEC, and the Big 10 are probably going to be the three conferences.
Yeah, just consume everybody.
Because Miami's got Big 10 written all over them. If that happens, Miami, absolutely. Like I said, I've said it on here before. I mean, Miami, for the reputation they get, people forget how academic of a school it is. So I mean, it's a big time school when it comes to that. The Big 10 will jump all over them. You get that area. And then I think the Big 12 is going to come after a lot of the, you know, the NC States.
Just going to get consumed. Everybody's going to get swallowed up.
Yeah, your middle tier ACC teams like that, you know, are going to end up Big 12.
Where's Boston College? It's going to end up. I don't know. You think they can hang in there?
Depends, man. Depends on how big this thing goes.
Pittsburgh.
You got to think somebody picks those teams up, right? I mean, if I'm the Big 12, I would grab teams like Pittsburgh and, you know.
Where does the Carolina, they go SEC, right? They seem like a
SEC or Big 10, yeah.
They seem like they could Carolina being that state school in their location, it seemed like they could bring a fan base and say, yeah, we're SEC.
Absolutely.
Yeah. If Florida State got out of the grant of rights, Carolina would probably.
Clemson's an interesting one. I don't know if how much pull does South Carolina have, and how hard does South Carolina pull against Clemson?
I think South Carolina blocks that from happening.
And if they do, they might end up. That's what I'm saying. There's a real possibility that Florida State, Clemson, and Louisville all end up in like the Big 12. The Big 12 at that point, you're like, man, you got Colorado, Kansas, basketball, football, Texas Tech, Baylor,
and then Stanford just comes on over the same way.
Probably.
Yeah.
So I don't have sympathy on the ACC because they set on their hands.
Yep.
They did nothing. So I'm like, if this blows up, because I like the ACC. I think the ACC should have been proactive and went out and tried to grab Washington, grab Oregon, grab some teams that have been like, no, this is here to stay. You didn't.
Was it the traditionalists, the old school lack of leadership line?
I think so. And I think is what it is now you're sitting here and it's like, okay.
Well, or are they just powerless?
And that could be the case.
Or they
should have been like, who were you going to get?
Yeah. Like you couldn't push anybody around.
Yeah.
And ACC's not strong enough to get Washington. I still think they're better. All the state schools, it's like there's a complex or something. It's like, no, I'm not going to ACC.
I know.
I'm Big 10, Big 12, or SEC.
So that's kind of where I'm at now. I move into that role again. I'm looking forward to. This week will be a big week. You'll get some visits starting tomorrow. You can. I hit that button.
Texas says the ACC will not fold.
It might not. I'm fine with that. If it can hold together and it can keep Clemson, I don't want to be stuck in the ACC if Clemson, Florida State, and Miami get out of here. Well, because you're a mid-major at that point. Yeah, right. Yeah, like no. Let's get out of this thing. Let's go over to the Big 12. Let's just let's figure it out. Louisville is attractive, especially with football being back to where it's at. I'm not worried about that because while locally basketball drives the bus, nationally football drives the bus, and
conference wise,
yes, absolutely.
Conference alignment wise, football,
absolutely. So, that's about it's New Year, baby.
New Year. But hope everybody has a great and prosperous 2024.
Yeah, man. Hey, listen, if you want to, now, while I joke about New Year, New Me, there's not a better time to fresh start it, man.
Use it. Yep.
Yeah, use it. Get out there.
What are you going to do today to kick off the ball right?
I don't know. Trying to see if Xavier will go to my mother-in-law's. So you care to go out somewhere.
That's how you start the year, Steve.
Yeah, I just
kicking your kid out.
Yeah, trying to get the house alone.
93.9 The Ville.